Hello, Olu again, Nuggets of Wisdom. I've been cooking up some series that I wanted to share with you guys. It's called No L's, But Lessons. My subtitle is Critical Thinking versus Wishful Thinking. Let's talk about it. Welcome back. Why at it? Like, comment, hit the subscription bell for new content. Somebody asked a question the other day. What lesson have you learned that has taken the longest time for you to learn? This year is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to be telling on myself of the things, the things that I deemed losses, but they were actually lessons. The things that I thought were, oh man, you goofed up there, you messed up there, that was a loss. But as I'm maturing, as I'm getting older, I see that those things were not actually losses, they were lessons. So, what is a critical thinker? What is critical thinking? I need you to hear me very carefully. I'm going to slow down as much as possible because I want you guys to take these words in. Critical thinking is the intellectual, disciplined process of actively and skillfully conceptualizing, analyzing, applying, synthesizing, and or evaluating information gathered from and generated by information, experience, reflection, reasoning, or communication as a guide to belief and action. I'm going to put this in the caption so if I miss any words, you'll be able to see it. Secondly, what's wishful thinking? Wishful thinking is an attitude or belief that something you want to happen will happen even though it is not likely or possible. That is wishful thinking. Guys, I just had to read it. I didn't want to miss anything, so I'm going to slow my roll because I know when I get going, I go very fast. If you look at critical thinking, the amount of things that it takes for you to be a critical thinker is a lot. In my life, there are some decisions where maybe you're young, just dumb, but there were things that were not critically thought out from my end. And I can own that. I didn't analyze, I didn't synthesize, I didn't conceptualize. And this always sounds big words, but conceptualize simply means, what is the concept here? What are you basing your move? What are you basing it on? What does it actually mean? Is it based on information? Is it based on an analysis? Is it based on experience? Is it based on reflection? What is it based on? Because if you go through all this, I'm not saying you will not make mistakes, life will happen. But if you are a critical thinker, at least you will lessen the blows. You will lessen those blows, you will lessen your results coming back because the due diligence was not carried out, was not done. Critical thinking, these are the things that Olu as a person lacked or didn't do enough of. And I actually saw my results based on the decision I made because there was no analysis, there was no information, there was no reflection, right? There was nothing there was no concepts that I could follow. I could say, okay, this is the route you're going to go and this is how you're going to do it. Whereas I had wishful thinking. Have an attitude that something you want to happen, may not happen. And sometimes it did happen. But even with things happen as a wishful thinker, you learn nothing. Because there was no process. There was no method to this madness. There was none. So the lesson I needed to learn, that I needed to be a critical thinker to kind of get the kind of results I needed to get. I can't just wing it. I can't just say, I'm going to leave it to chance. I can't just say, oh, whatever will happen, will happen. No. This is the difference with folks that critical think and people that are wishful thinkers. If I keep on going the way I'm going, based on the data, based on the information, what will 5 to 10 years look like? Critical thinking. Wishful thinking, we say, we do what we get, we figure out when we get there. That's wishful thinking. And it doesn't mean that some people just do it by default. It's not even planned. So critical thinking is key, is paramount, is necessary. I always say, when I got into my career, one of the things that I learned was that I knew enough to get the job, but I needed to know more. So I had to analyze my results. I need to conceptualize how I'm learning. How does this particular concept lead to this concept? How does that information flow into that information? What are the steps that is needed for me to get to the result that I needed? I needed to understand what was going on. Yes, there was some wishful thinking. Yes, there were some temporary setbacks. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it was never a loss. Looking back at it, it was a lesson. I'm going to finish with 3 things. 3 things I learned being a critical thinker versus a wishful thinker. Number 1, I started looking at my patterns and my results. This is not working. This whatever I'm doing, whoever I'm interacting with, you can apply this to anything in your life. Relationships, work, career, whatever you're doing, this result, I'm getting this result, what do I need to change? So I started looking at my patterns and I looking at my results. Number 2, I became brutally honest with myself, with the emphasis on brutal. The point that people want to sugarcoat stuff. And I always talk about weight. When I was going through my weight loss journey, there was no point. You're not telling me, oh, Olu, you need to lose a few pounds. No, Olu, you're fat. You're not big boned. Start eating your junk. Eat correctly. I had to be brutally honest. I had to take off my shirt and look at my gut. This is not working. Still a work in progress, but got better because I started being brutally honest. I had to immerse myself into whatever is happening. I can't just stay on the fundamental levels anymore. You know, sometimes we get results and we stay on the fundamental level. We stay like, oh yeah, okay. You have some level of success, then you're stuck there. No. You got to update your skills. You got to immerse yourself. Those are the 3 lessons I learned. It's an else, no else, but lessons. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you, reflect in your life. Look at the things that are, as long as you have breath in your nostrils, that is the perfect example to let you know you can change this thing that call life around. This is Olu again. Nuggets of wisdom. Like, comment, hit the subscription button for new content. God bless.